It's an answer to a question no one had even asked. Combining a performance car with an SUV. The Macan is not just the most popular Porsche, it's also a car which over-delivers in just about every department. It has always been able to hammer down a twisting road at speeds most drivers will never have the nerve or perhaps the skill to test. It will stomp further off-road than the majority of owners will ever ask, and it will seat 5 grown-ups in comfort while hauling a mountain of family essentials in the boot. And yet, so already having received a midlife facelift just a couple of years ago, how can this 2021 upgrade of Porsche's already class-leading SUV impress us even more? Well, why not join me, Roger Bailey, so that we might go and figure this one out. And for anyone figuring out who provided our Carmen Red 2-litre model, well, it was one of the UK's largest and nicest of dealers, Porsche Centre Chester. But don't just take my word for that. Why not do what I did? Give them a call and pay them a visit for yourself. Cantering along great driving roads such as these is very much this Porsche's comfort zone. The Macan has been a dab hand at being an SUV that handles improbably well ever since the original arrived back in 2003, and this latest updated version is no different. When pushing briskly on, body control is clearly this car's standout aspect. The way it sustains momentum, avoids lean and controls its wheels over road imperfections is outstanding. The surprises keep coming too, as the car hangs gamely on in the wettest of conditions. Its intelligent traction control and electronic suspension management systems assisting you to deftly balance the boundaries of traction without really losing any traction. Above all else, this is clearly another fine sporting road car from a company with an enviable amount of motorsport expertise to draw upon. Given that not much has changed under the skin, and particularly the chassis, and it's here that Porsche is being a bit coy and not saying exactly what has been changed, we hear that some suspension recalibrations have been made and that this updated car has been given a new tyre type, all hinting that there was little wrong with the previous Macan. This latest version has clearly received quite a few visual changes, such as the restyled front end with its new spoiler design, adding drama together with improved aero performance. There's a new wheel design which is broken cover, and these 3-dimensional tail lights together with a cool looking full width light bar are really nice improvements. Inside we discover more upgrades to what was already a classy interior, class leading in fact, with the new Macan's cabin materials, controls and just about everything being almost embarrassingly more upmarket and expensive than any of its rivals. Buyers will be swayed by the sheer quality and designer label ambiance inside this cabin. A cabin which provides all the essentials such as tons of storage spaces, decent accommodation for 5 full-sized people, delightfully tactile switches and these luxuriantly comfortable seats. Porsche has transplanted the Panamera's black glass centre console into the Macan. I've always approved of the previous generation's physical buttons for their ease of use, but that car was starting to look a bit dated. This new look works rather well and lifts the interior style stakes to a new level. One of the ironies of modern luxury SUVs is that they never leave the paved road, and owners hardly ever put all those off-roading capabilities they have forked out good money for to good use. So I guess it's down to us to press some of the special SUV buttons to engage the computer-assisted off-road setup and go and find somewhere off-road to, I don't know, let's go and stomp about. And it seems the surprises keep on coming as we find the Macan happily grapples with rocks and tramples gamely along ruts. It can find traction where there isn't really any traction, and it confidently rally drives down Welsh special stages with much of the aplomb of those Group B homologation specials. Efficiently accomplished with a reassuring nonchalance then, which is an achievement made more remarkable considering it's sitting on road tyres, and let's not forget we've just enjoyed driving enthusiastically all the way from Chester in a manner that would embarrass many a modern hot hatchback or hot saloon car. So, any negatives to report? Well, of course, it should be said all this capability does not come cheap, particularly when one indulges in the extensive and expensive extra options menu. But it should also be said that the money Porsche ask for their products is the price of resisting any compromises. And so, is there anything this car can't do? Well, as a do-it-all-in-one sport, utility, luxury package, it takes some beating. That said, there are more capable off-road vehicles for the more adventurous types, and it's true to say there are other sporting cars with more on-road grip and high performance, and of course some bigger SUVs will better accommodate a houseload of cargo should you ever need to do so. And yet, for those seeking an SUV capable of bettering the Macan as an all-round package with its on-road and off-road capabilities, its luxury car ambience, when writing down your list of potential candidates, it's likely to stick on being a list of just one.
The new Macan is on that list of one because it remains the standout SUV prospect. It drives satisfyingly as only the very best cars can ever achieve, and in a manner that feels cohesive on the road no matter what speed is displayed. A full measure of practicality is served up, and the capability to stomp along rutted tracks and head off into the scenery is reassuringly delivered on demand. The only question that remains is just how good the next Macan with its electric propulsion is going to have to be to mark any sort of advance on this, one of the finest petrol-powered sporty SUVs produced to date.